Okay, let's check out preview build of Endless Legends 2. This is a turn-based strategy game, like 4X style. Sort of like Age of Wonders / Civilization, that style of game. We can play Kin of Sheridan or Aspects. These are the only ones available in the preview build. They recommend Kin of Sheridan, so I guess we'll go with that, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I suspect faction icon and color do not matter, so we're going to go yellow. And Spartan Helmet. We've got 4 empires in game. Aspects, Necrophage. Ever hungry, the Necrophage exist only to serve the Queen. Their only city is where she has emerged from the surface, and they will scour the world to collect the resources she needs to grow. Alright, Necrophage sounds not very chill. Once starfaring soldiers of a great empire, the Kin of Sheridan possess great powers locked away in their orbital satellites and awaiting resurrection. Only the bravest, most dedicated kin can become chosen super soldiers. Yo, check this out. You see this little thing at the top? With a little lock? That is a great feature that should be in basically every game. You mouse over something, it locks it after a certain amount of time, so you can mouse over the next thing and lock that. I can't remember the name of this. It has a fancy name. But this is notably lacking from Civilization 7. But this is an amazing feature, so as you can see, you can just keep going deeper and deeper to see what everything does. Really good feature. Very happy to see that already available in preview. That's very good. Aspects. Their origins lost to the distant past. The Aspects are a symbiotic species, part machine, part coral, with physically distinct individuals who find blissful union in the chorus, a mind gestalt where all aspects can physically come together, obsessed with preserving the balance on Sayadha? I don't know how you pronounce that. Through empathy and understanding, the Aspects' peaceful existence has been upended by a devastating dieback of their life-enhancing coral fields. Will Sayadha ever see the illuminated realm again? Alright, so we're going to play as Kin of Sheridan. That is the recommended. There's an advanced lobby button. What does this do? Sure. This does not really seem relevant right now. Ooh. Let's see what Endless Legend 2 has in store. June Spice Wars also has the locks. Well, June Spice Wars slaps, so that makes sense.
We came from the stars, the Sheridan, the right hand of Empress Elevus. Garen led the tattered remnants of our fleet here, ordered to find a new home. Yet this world has not been welcoming. Terrors in the oceans, scuttling horrors on the isles. We were tested, but never swayed from our task, even when we lost Garen herself. With Garen's courage and Garen's steel, I will rebuild the kin anew. With the wisdom of the stars and the strength of the chosen, we will fight to ensure that Sayada is not a staging post, but our true home.
Alright. Space soldiers. Kin of Sheridan. We, Kin of Sheridan, have suffered on this world, seen our numbers decimated, seen our original commander lost to its mysteries. Now, with our faith and our steel, we must rebuild anew. Ensure Sayadha is a home worthy of the Emperor. Begin your legend. Okay, take time to explore and choose the best location to found your first city. That city will receive a prepared settlement bonus for each turn you spent exploring.
Love you too, Coach.
Very cool. So, the longer you... Sure. So this kind of makes up for the amount of time you spend exploring. That's an interesting mechanic in a game like this. I mean, obviously, like, plus 50%, it means you're still going to be making less than if you had just settled. But you don't get as punished for looking for a city location, which is kind of cool. Cities are urban areas responsible for the growth of an empire. Among the empire's most valuable assets, cities are responsible for generating resources, building structures, raising armies, providing shelter for populations. Cities can attach camps in adjacent territories to expand, but are vulnerable to capture via siege or subjugation. Fortify cities to aid their protection. Once an empire loses all its cities, the empire will lose the game after a fixed number of turns. So camps are going to be just things you build attached to cities. Camps remain more vulnerable than cities and can be attacked without any war declaration until their territories are attached. Interesting. Subjugation is still capturing. I assume so. You can capture a city without sieging it in this game. Alright then. Select an army, press the found capital, choose a tile. So, founding a capital. Use the action claim territory to found a city. Claim the territory. Look for regions with good yields and special resources when starting out. How do we turn on, like, economic view to see what's good? Because, like, we see here we've got some blaze grapes. This one doesn't hold shift to lock this tooltip. That's cool. Near water gives +1 food. Blaze grapes give +6 food, +5, whatever this resource is. Don't know what this resource is yet. Perhaps some, well, food is normally population. It must be something else. Okay. We've also got a dense forest, barren bush, dense forest. Out here there's coastal water. Doesn't seem to say what this thing is. Okay, well, this doesn't look like an amazing starting point, right? It's got the blaze grapes and nothing else. Everything else around here is terrible. It's just like even barren land. So perhaps we actually want to explore and not found our city immediately. And we have Uwe Rak. This must be our hero. And a legionary. Question or protectorates. Strength of our zeal represents the progress made in unlocking your most powerful assets and powers. To increase strength of our zeal, increase the fortification in your cities by building military districts and improvements. All unlocked powers can only be performed within your empire's territories or around an army containing a chosen unit. Okay, so these are unlockable later on. We won't worry about that for now. This is unknown resources. This is influence. This is used to expand our cities. Dust. This is gold. Just regular money. Heroes circle. This is where we can interact with our heroes. Companion and friend. Excellent. And then there is an archer skill tree. Oh my. Well, there's a lot going on here. We will not worry about this for now, because that is... we're going to look at that when our hero becomes more relevant. So I guess we will explore both army and hero seem to be able to found the capital. So perhaps we want to split them when we explore. Start exploring this way. Let's see what we've got over here. Charts. Bring an army to this tile to search for battle spoils. See, forest, grove. This is already like, if we can find some resources over here, building in the groves looks better than building in this direction. Although we don't know how good a water is yet. They are sure to be the next tiles to dry out with the tidefalls. Tidefalls are periodic occasions where the seas go out and never return. Tidefall always happens at the end of a monsoon, revealing new lands, new opportunities, and new threats. Oh, that's cool. That's a very interesting mechanic. So your water will recede slowly, giving you more land to work with. That is a very interesting mechanic. Oh, this guy can go a really long way in one turn. Let's go to here. Sorry, is that a 7 or a 1? That's a 1, okay. Let's go over here and see what we find. Okay, so we gathered 30 dust from... There must have been a camp here. You found some detritus. That's a goodie hut, I guess. And we got 30 dust. And we've discovered the ametrine. This minor faction is peaceful. Assimilation effect. Unlocks notable Chiolite. 2 industry per pacified village under protectorate on quarries. 2 industry per pacified village under protectorate on mines. Alright, let's have a look at what we've got over here. So this is bush, giant orchards. That's interesting. Stunted copse, also another income region. So over here we've got access to giant orchids and stunted copse, and the bush gives more food than everything else we have. It actually looks like we start on a very tiny island, which is interesting. I guess that's how the monsoon mechanic is going to work. Alright, this game seems pretty cool so far. A lot of interesting mechanics already, and we're only 1 turn in. So we're not going to build our city yet, although how far away can we build it? It says in this territory, so I'm guessing it's where you are standing. I want to go and build it over here, I think. So we're near the orchids and the copse? I think it's copse. This unit is a hero. It is very special. Heroes gather XP through battles and will unlock skill points when leveling up. They can also equip different weapons or items you may loot. Ultimately, heroes cannot die, but can be wounded for a few turns when they are defeated. Heroes are critical assets in battles. Click on the Heroes Circle button to access the screen for managing heroes. All your heroes are listed here to consult. Researching specific technologies will allow you to recruit additional heroes or pay dust to hire mercenary heroes. Okay then. We'll worry about that later, I think. So we should go and grab this. You found some charts. This curiosity provides the following yields. On Uwe Rack for 10. On Legionary for... I don't know what that is. Additional vision, it looks like. It's a little eye symbol. You'd think that... Yeah. Okay, this is the first time we've had something that we can't check what it does. I can't see the effect anywhere. It could be accuracy. It could be vision. It's not clear to me what that one means. So these groves are actually pretty good. These are good income, as long as they're on the water. But of course, once the water recedes, the grove is no longer going to be on the water. I don't know what this dotted line means. Perhaps this is a region of some kind? Alright, let's keep moving. Oh, we've discovered more crab friends. And then we found a river. A river source gives 4 food. That is a big deal. And then over here we have lots of food. Okay, so this seems like a pretty good place to set up. I think we're going to found our capital here. Interesting. Is that recommending here? That's quite far away from the... maybe we should just go for the mass food, and then it depends if we can expand this way or not. Also, I don't know what this dotted line means. Perhaps these are different regions. I think I might just go here and try and get the bonus resources. Alright, we founded our capital. Quite a large area around that we immediately gain. District construction. Districts are essential to the city's development and specialization over time. They must be built on foundation tiles. A foundation is the groundwork needed before building a district. Constructed directly on land tiles, foundations need to be built adjacent to the heart of the settlement or next to an existing foundation or district. Okay. What does that say at the bottom? They retain the yields of underlying land. Okay. If needed, you can highlight all your existing foundations by clicking on the District tab. Click on one of the foundation tiles surrounding the City Hall district. This must be the City Hall? Yeah, that is the City Hall. And it looks like we have quite a lot. Is it in fact the whole region? Surely not. That would be we're getting 10 gold. So it looks like both of these might be involved. Unclear to me where this is actually farming. I believe it's these ones. Would make sense. These white ones are probably where it's generating resources from. So we're getting 6 food, 4 industry, 10 dust, 4, I assume that's science. And 2 influence? Yes. Yeah, it is science and it is influence. Okay. So click on one of the foundation tiles surrounding the City Hall district. Well, this one is the best, so we'll click this one. Districts are built using the city's industry produced each turn. Several templates of districts are available at start for construction. Before making your choice, you can hover the district templates available for construction. Cannot build a district upon an anomaly. Okay, never mind then. I guess we will build it. This one is the best output. Okay, select the district to build on top of the selected foundation. Communal habitations. This technology is constructible as unlocked by the technology Civil Order. So we can't get this. It gives a lot of approval for each adjacent communal habitation. I don't know what approval does yet. I think that's the one that unlocks the special abilities. We've got a farm. This is unlocked by the technology fencing. So we can't build a farm. We can build a works, which is plus industry. Also gives plus industry for each adjacent ridge. Where is... I guess we don't know about any ridges yet. Yeah, I don't think we found a ridge. Merchant's house, which we don't have yet. That's going to be money. Interestingly, it says -2 dust if adjacent to Merchant's house district. This one says plus approval for adjacent communal habitations. So you want to build houses together and merchants apart. Farm gets bonus food for adjacent river and lake. Yeah, that makes sense. So we want to build the farm next to this river. Perhaps we should have in fact expanded our city 1 tile over. And plus influence if adjacent to district. Okay. This gets adjacent ridges. We don't have any ridges though. Science for adjacent anomalies. Are these anomalies? This is an anomaly. Interesting. So we want to keep the areas around here for science, potentially. Forum gives influence and more influence for adjacent districts. So you want this in the center. And stronghold. This gives district fortification minus approval for adjacent communal habitations. So you want your houses away from your strongholds. Alright, well the only thing we really want to build at the start is a works. I guess we'll build it over here instead. 5 turns to build our works. Okay. We've got a bunch of other stuff. Foundation. Ah, so there's the... You can purchase these with influence. So these are the ones we don't have. So yes, we are just these tiles here. Obviously, we want to purchase this one as quickly as possible because it has great yields. This one also has good food yield. So these two are the ones we want to purchase as fast as possible. Now, influence does not come from food and population, it seems. Normally in these games, you grow cities, the city expands. That's how you get more stuff. But in this, it's influence that lets you expand your cities. So that's going to be very different. What is this? A chosen? Okay. Population. Oh my. So many extra things. We have citizens, artisans, and scribes. Artisans give us industry, dust, but negative approval. It looks like they both give... Citizens, farmers also give... they give food, but also negative approval. And then scribes give science and influence. So can we move this guy around? Yes, and he eats 4 food. So you need food to make more people. And then the people produce resources. Interesting. And then you need influence to actually expand your city. Very different to a Civ style game then. I guess we'll start with the guy on industry. We want to make this workshop as quickly as possible. Although perhaps... I don't know how you get more people yet is the interesting one. It says, food currently produced per turn minus population consumption. If food production exceeds consumption, population grows. Okay. And currently we are on plus 13 food. I don't know how quickly it gets you a new population. That must be somewhere, right? If I look around, it should say somewhere. Perhaps it'll say in population somewhere. Maybe if we go to food yields, population. Each population is formed from a single faction, each with its own set of economic bonuses, and can be assigned to a dedicated population vocation. Leaders may choose which population to grow in each city, so you can have multiple different types of people. Consuming food and impacting the city's approval. Population bonuses unlock once a threshold population is reached for each faction's population. So I don't know where that threshold population is listed yet. But clearly food gets more people. So possibly we do in fact want this guy to be a citizen, not an artisan. Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere. I've discovered the Onerai and they are hostile. That must be these guys? Yes, these guys are hostile. Well, I don't see the population surplus anywhere. We do now have access to technology, though. So let's have a look at our technologies. I think we probably want the one that unlocks farms, which was fencing. That seems like a reasonable place to start. This is recommended by my advisor. This unlocks forum. Forum gives influence. I could see that being reasonable. That grows your city, whereas this gives you population. Okay, I'll listen to the advisor. I'm new to the game. Maybe the advisor knows what it's doing. Let's go voice of the masses. We are going to move towards this bat and see if we can do our first combat. Let's bring both our units, obviously, to fight the bat. Okay, I guess that's turn 2 complete. The turn timer is instantaneous, like literally to the point where I wasn't sure I'd clicked end turn because the next turn has just started immediately. I'm guessing that's due to the nature of the map being small at the start because there's all this water. Perhaps it doesn't have to generate AI turns that much. It is also just, you know, turn 2, so that might be why it's so quick. Alright, so we're going to head towards this bat. Let's see how far the cavalry can go. You want to get the cavalry and the hero back together. Can they stack on top of each other? It looks like yes. Oh, there was a legionary and a sentinel. When did I get this sentinel? Or was he always there? I could have maybe... Yeah, I could have perhaps split up all 3. I didn't realize I had 3 units. Alright, anyway, we're going to go attack that bat next turn. I can't imagine there's much to do this turn. Like, we're just waiting for this to build. Oh, that's interesting. Where did it go? It is under construction. Okay, sure. So that's... Yes, you can see it being built there. Yeah, works. No pending construction. Okay. Our food seems to have changed dramatically. We're now down to 9 a turn. Did we gain an additional citizen? I don't think so. No. So our food has gone down to 9. We've lost... Oh, we lost our plus 50% because we didn't build for a turn. You get plus 50% for each turn you didn't build your capital. So we've now lost that. Which is why we're down to 9 food. Yeah, I don't know where... I still don't know where the thing that tells me when I get another citizen is. Is it this? Population management? Maybe it's this one? Yeah, it must be this one. Yeah, so we growth 9 out of 46. So it's 5 turns to get the next guy. We're producing 14 a turn. So if we take off the artisan, this is going to be a lot slower. We'll just leave it like this. This is fine. 5 and 6 turns, we'll have a new guy and a new building. Okay. Let's go battling. I assume I can beat the bats. If not, then this attack is going to go poorly. Why is a surface dweller sniffing around our nest? I can parlay, bribe, or attack. So it's a favorable battle. Ah, interesting. So I should have chatted to these guys as well. Okay, well, we'll attack these bats and then we'll go back and chat to the other guys. Alright, favorable battle. Let's destroy the bat village. Capture this location. Locate the command post. The battlefield has multiple tiles that cost several points, affecting units' movement. Battlefield contains anomalies or points of interest, granting bonuses or penalties to units. One side has more experience than the other, so unit veterancy could make a big difference in this battle. Do we think they're veteran or am I veteran? They appear to be level 0. But then so do we. Perhaps it's the... Yeah, I don't see any veterancy. Well, we're going to manual battle. I definitely want to see what the battling is like. Okay, where am I? How do I don't seem to have any troops. Where do I have to deploy them? What have we got? Select idle unit. Oh, we're all the way back here. Interesting. Alright then. So the battlefield is literally like the whole island, it looks like. How much movement do these guys have? 3 movement, flying. When moving during battle, ignore attacks of opportunity. Recovers health equal to unit's max damage. So they're going to attack for 30 to 37 and heal about 10. Alright, so if they have healing, we definitely need to focus on a single one. I have cavalry, adds 20% damage against infantry. Knocks people back when attacking after moving. Adds movement points to all units of the army when outside the battle. Interesting. And we do 30 to 40. And then our infantry has, when attacking ranged units, do extra damage. When in battle, gain defense for each adjacent friendly unit. So we want the infantry in the middle. When gaining shield, gains more shield. Okay, I don't know how to gain shield. This unit defends, granting additional defense until the beginning of the next turn. So these guys can move free. So we probably want to, like, move to about here. And then we'll have these guys move to here. I don't know if they'll come attack me. Well, I guess we'll find out. And then my hero appears to have spawned next to them for some reason. Ah, well, that changes things. In that case, we need to rush these guys forwards. Because our hero is on his own out here. I'm not sure why the hero spawned at the front, but okay. It appears to have... Maybe he hasn't spawned yet? I can't control him. Oh, interesting. It looks like the battle progresses... You can exit and then click end to... I guess you can't... Yeah, you have to finish the battle. Okay. Alright, I guess we end the round. What's this over here? Grid? Yes, I would like the grid. Alright, I guess we'll end the round. Just check what this does. Can't seem to check what it does. And my hero has now disappeared. That's concerning. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hero. When deploying or starting a battle round, gain 8 shield per adjacent friendly unit. This is my ability. So this guy gains 12 shield. Yeah. And then we have to capture this location. So we could possibly even ignore their units and capture the location instead. Alright, let's smash, I guess. What is my hero doing? I'm so confused. Is he not in the battle somehow? Well, we attacked, not lost, we can do. Not like we have any fancy abilities or anything yet. Alright. This now has a little wounded symbol. Damaged. When this negative status is active, loses 10% damage up to 35% when losing health. So a low hit point unit doesn't do as much damage. Sure. So I want to kill this guy and then get my infantry in front. In fact, we can just go and attack this turn. I think maybe my hero is bugged. The selected unit cannot reach the target this battle round, and no multiple move. Oh, that's talking about this guy. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the hero. Maybe there wasn't enough movement for him to move into the attack, so that's why he's not in the battle. Hopefully we don't lose our Outrider or Sentinel. But he is in trouble. Maybe I should just run away. How far can I go? I can't go far enough for the bat not to catch me. I think I killed the bat, so it's just about okay. Yeah, I was close though. Victory! Yeah, I mean, we gained experience on our hero, but he did not participate for some reason. Alright, so we gained some dust and some titanium. Don't know what titanium does yet. This village is still here. Alright, I guess we'll find out next turn if we can do anything with it. Oh yeah, here we go. 10 out of 10 titanium in this resource box. No idea what titanium does yet. I guess we'll find out. Is this a dialogue box? I don't see anything. I don't know why that popped up. Let's move on to here. So we can't... Can we not destroy this? It says +1 capture points per pacified villages under protectorate on Empire. That's a simulation effect. Yes, I don't know. I don't know what I can do with this village. Maybe you can't destroy them? That is unclear to me. We have a pending quest. Okay. That must be the thing that popped up. 20 winters have passed since the mantle of leadership fell on General Shaparenko. Yet she could remember no harder time. The missing youth. The devastation of the storms have scarred many kin, and the ensuing starfalls have stirred ancient memories of their own times traveling the heavens. Hang on a second, I think maybe over here might block fewer things. Sermons are more evangelic, congregations greater, and canticles sung with unrecalled zeal. Garen's legend burns brighter than ever, with many kin desperate for their lost leader to return from the wilds and relight their path. For the leader of the kin, it is a testing time. Seneschal, I pray you disturb me for good reason. I have a lot on my mind. For good reason, yes, but my news is troubling. Spit it out then. I hear enough riddles from the chaplains. Prisia is missing, slipped past the patrols. Another one determined to retrace the great Commander Garen's footsteps, no doubt. One of our most promising youths, but she's too impetuous. Do I hear a soft spot in your voice, General? Perhaps, but no matter who, the response will be the same. We'll need to send a search party. Search Mosaic Halls with a hero, plus 75 dust. Okay, where is Mosaic Halls? It's down here. We have to search this with a hero. Alright. We could do that. Let's head on down. Found provisions. We have healed with our provisions. Alright, that's good because our guy was pretty battered. Okay. Let's head on in. Deep in the ancient ruins, the search party finds Prisia badly injured and trespassing far from home. Shaparenko decides to let her rest. They will speak in the morning. Plus 75 dust. You're lucky we found you, Prisia. In winters past, the necrophage have swarmed out of the depths of these ruins. You pay a lot for this obsession with Garen, don't you? And I am happy to pay. Someone must seek the truth after all. You have the best interests of the kin at heart. That is commendable. We all want to learn the truth, Prisia, but your methods are disrespectful, not to mention dangerous. I saw someone. What? Across the ruins. It might have been Garen. I would have followed, but I fell. Maybe that was fortunate. Whoever you saw, I'd stake my life it wasn't Garen, and whoever it was might not have taken too kindly to you trading to them. Now we need to get back to rest. Yes, Lieutenant Brezvev. These are some interesting names. General, our scouts have sighted necrophage in the vicinity. We must have disturbed a nest. Alright, all kin to arms. Let's see them off. Destroy Necro Horde, 75 influence. Right? And I hope we can win. Oh, we don't have to fight right away? Okay. We have discovered the Daughters of Boar, which is a necrophage location. Alright, I kind of wanted to head back and grab these quests, but I guess we are... Oh, there's the Necro Horde. 197. They've got a feeder and a Necro drone. I hope my hero gets involved this time, because it feels like it's going to be pretty hard to win without the hero. Yeah, this whole region is Garen's Rest. I guess that means you probably can't have more than one city in a region. It's also unclear how you get a second region at the moment. I don't really want to fight until my guy's healed up, so I'm going to head back to the city. If this guy's not going to fight me, then we'll just chill. Oh, here we go. 60 to found a camp. Found camp to claim a territory. This action will cost influence and increases with the number of territories already claimed. Is that going to be better than getting one of these tiles? Well, let's worry about that in a bit. Voice of the masses researched. They might be lowborn, but together they wield power. You have researched a new technology. Forum, compulsory education, +1 scribe slot on the capital. Okay, we can now get a new technology. There's not a lot of technologies available. Unlock communal habitation. Looks like we started with workshop researched. My advisors recommend strength of Garen, fencing, or currency. I guess, or even scientific charter. I guess we will go fencing now to unlock the farms. Alright, so after we've built this, we probably want to build a forum. Plus influence for each adjacent district, for each adjacent improved district. Going to be kind of tricky to build this in a nice spot, given that it's surrounded by the anomalies. Anyway, we'll worry about that next turn. Did we gain another population? Yes, we have a new population. They've become a scribe, which gives us influence and science. It also says +2 industry on artisans. Oh, that's Kin of Sheridan that does that, sure. So they get +6 instead of +4. I think we will put this on artisan then, since our artisans are extra effective. I think we are going to head back. I don't know how this guy heals. Yeah, he heals by being in friendly territory. I'd like to interact with these. And we shall parley with them. I cannot believe it. The oceans retreat so suddenly. Land returns from below the waters. Fellow creature of stone and spirit I see. Perhaps you will understand. Stranger, you come to us at a delicate time. My strata age and crack. I show the marks of the passage of the rain. In brief, I am old. This could hardly come as a surprise. True, soon I will ossify and join my ancestors, forever a part of the landscape. Why, then, is time so delicate? I do not know where I may join my ancestors, for their remains are lost to us. Our landmarks and signposts have fallen beneath the waves. We have lost the path to our own reliquaries. We have ways to divine its location, traditions to map the rocks that are the bones of Sideher, but that requires materials that we lack, which we could provide. If your people would bring these precious things, I could ossify in peace. Bring 15... I don't know what that is. Titanium? We get an Archite plate and pacify them. Alright, we'll begin that quest. Yes, that is 15 titanium, which we currently have 10 of. I don't understand why this has now highlighted. Is this where we need to bring it? This is where he lives, in the stunted copse? Well, we need 5 more titanium to do that. Let's go and get the quest over here as well. I guess we cannot. It's the same faction, so it's the same quest. Transfer a fee in dust or otherwise to the recipient. Okay, so that's how we pay the 15. Yeah, I don't know why this is now highlighted, unless they're suggesting there is titanium over here. Which it does not look like is the case. Maybe it's saying I now have enough influence to... No, I don't have enough influence for that either. Okay, idle city or camp. Yes, we've finished building our works, so we can build another improvement, or another district even. I guess we will build the forum, even though this is not going to be a fantastic spot for it. But we will begin building the forum. Alright, let's heal up one more turn to full health, and then we'll attack this Necro Horde. Provided by city districts, influence is stockpiled at the empire level. This resource is key for diplomacy with other empires. But influence is also essential for extending your cities by creating more foundations. Click on one of the terrain tiles located at the edge of your city, or click on Foundation tab of the construction menu. From time to time, it is good for your city economy to create foundations that will exploit more terrain tiles and prepare them for new districts later. To do so, you can click on one of the highlighted terrain tiles. It will cost you the indicated amount of influence to instantly create a foundation. Well, yeah, let's grab this because it's a special region. Alright, so we spent our influence on that. I don't know if that would be better than building the camp, because I don't know what camps do yet exactly. And I believe we are now ready to attack the Necro Horde. Hopefully my hero will be involved this time. Alright. What do we got? Impeded. Wildlands. One side is more experience. Yeah, that's what it said last time. Not sure it was true then. Not sure it's true now. Okay, this time our hero is back here. So we want to stack our units together for the infantry bonus. I want the infantry in the middle. This guy is also ranged. When attacking flying, gets 20% damage. When attacking a unit located in a forest or while being attacked adjacent, loses 30% damage. Can attack 3 tile radius. That's quite a lot. So we'll go here and shoot this guy. And then we want to engage him. Let's see what he has, what his abilities. When attacked by a ranged unit, reduces damage taken. When attacking a unit being not adjacent to units of its army. Okay, so it sounds like... I believe that means when it's attacking something that's not adjacent to its allies. So basically, you want to put your guys next to each other against the swarm. Alright, well this was a very easy fight. Which to be expected. It is the very early game. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Cavalry should be able to go around. And then this guy has reduced damage. If I move, I think I get hit. I think that's okay. Because then we should be able to kill him this hit. No, not quite. Very close though. The enemy's slain. Still as menacing as the day I first set eyes on them though. This world is a death trap. The day the Necros stop giving me the shivers if the day I relinquish my command, but we would call this world home one day. We get 75 influence. General, our chosen units are close to full readiness. Meanwhile, I recommend we get as many hands on deck as we can muster. Raise up our settlements for whatever's coming. Exactly. Emperor Zelivas would be proud. See it happens. Have free population as artisans unlocks a chosen. Okay. In that case, I think we want to... We get 40 battle spoils. In that case, I believe what we should do is switch these guys to food. So that we can get the third guy as quickly as possible, which will then allow us to put them all in Artisan to finish the quest. And we've got a hero point. From the hero screen, select the skills tab in order to see the hero's advancement tree and upgrade options. There are many, many options. When a hero levels up, they earn hero points. These can be used to earn new skills or attributes. Notice that many skills increase as their associated attributes get higher, so you can decide if you want your hero to lean into a wide variety of skills or get better at skills in a specific category, or a balance of both. Select a specific skill or attribute to consider spending your hero points on it. Don't worry, you'll have a chance to change it before you leave this screen. Validate spending your hero points by selecting the confirm button. Alright, let's take a look at some of our abilities. When using this active skill, restores health equal to the hero's max damage. Restores extra health per determination, which is this one. We start with 3 resilience and 1 might. So we should probably do something resilient based, would make sense. Adds damage to non-hero ranged units of the army. Adds extra damage chance per intuition. This is determination. Interesting. So it goes... This one is based on a different stat. But this is determination and intuition. This is determination. This is determination. So perhaps the archer skill tree is primarily intuition, determination. That seems to be the case. Here we have... This is might. This is the hybrid skill tree. When attacking a unit adjacent to a friendly unit, adds damage per adjacent friendly unit. That sounds pretty good. When using this active skill on an enemy unit, applies marked to targeted unit. Applies curse defense to status to targeted unit. Don't know what those do, and they don't have a pop-up yet. You also need to spend 4 hero points to unlock the next tier, then 8 to unlock the top tier. Gain shield equals 20% of the hero's max damage. Gains extra shield per resilience. The thing is, we are an archer, so we don't want to be building as a tank, really, right? That doesn't seem like it would make that much sense. I didn't realize, have we always had scoped shot? Interesting. When using this active skill, refills all movement and action to a targeted unit. That's usually pretty good. Although it doesn't have any, it doesn't care about any of these stats. Oh, you can mouse over the stat to see which skill cares about it. That's cool. So intuition, a lot of skills care about intuition. Not very many care about resilience. This one is gain shield per resilience. When gaining experience, gains more experience to non-hero units of the army. Gain extra experience per intuition. Adds health, extra health per resilience. Is there a way to like make this character into a melee character? Because there's a lot of stats that are going to help with resilience if we could turn it into a melee character. This is just bonus damage. Movement points. That's going to be pretty good. When conducting pillage, occupation, or raise, add capture points. When winning a battle, gain influence. That's interesting. Gain experience to non-hero units of the army when battle round ends. Gain extra experience per intuition. Okay, so it sounds like there's a lot of skills that rely on intuition. I like the sound of this one. Being able to farm influence in battle sounds good. So I want to unlock that. So I think what I'm going to do... I guess I have to take 4... I have to spend hero points to unlock the tier. I don't have to spend them on skills. Alright, so I'm just going to start stacking intuition. I think that's going to be my plan. And then we'll try and get this. And then we'll maybe look at some other intuition skills. So I'm just going to spend a point on intuition. Okay. So we have 2 quests. We don't know where to get the other titanium. We got titanium from killing this guy. So maybe if we kill this guy, we'll get more titanium. Let's go back and heal before we fight them, though. Okay, what do we got? Idle army? Yeah, that's fine. We need to camp and heal. There is skip, auto explore, recuperate. Ah, there is a recuperate button. Maybe that works outside of friendly territory. Let's test that out. So we'll click end turn. Then we'll click recuperate. Looks like they heal a lot slower than being in friendly territory. So, well, we wanted to test out recuperate. I also would like to found a camp to claim this territory. Where can we put the camp? It looks like here is insane. There's a whole sizable territory area. This looks like it's going to be the best spot. Let's settle the camp here. Well, it's next turn. Alright, so let's do settle camp. Takes 3 turns to settle the camp. Okay, I think this is a pretty reasonable place to stop episode 1. I hope you guys are enjoying Endless Legend 2 preview. It seems pretty cool to me so far. Next time when we come back, we will be working on getting our 3rd citizen to complete this quest, finishing our forum, and building our camp. And then hopefully killing this guy will give us some titanium, which will allow us to complete this quest. Okay, I hope you guys are having fun with this one, and I'll see you all next time.